sitting on the railing of your balcony as it rained down on you, looking at the evening sky above the park. It had been a long day for you, especially when you woke up to 10 messages on your cell phone. Usually you would ignore them, except you couldn't when the person who sent them knew where you lived. Counting down from 5 with your fingers, as you slowly said 1, then you leaned back, closing your eyes. Like on cue as usual, you felt someone catch you with a hint of annoyance in their tone as they spoke. Why is it you always do this? Can't you just be normal? If that happened, I would have to be a villain, Aizawa. So it was another day like that. Of course it was. Hugging your knees as you sat on the floor, resting your forehead on them. Having to carry a black katana around with your hood on your hero gear was more than villainous. Your quirk was like an ink summon that could go into someone's body and traumatize them greatly. Other heroes had called you a Grim Reaper. Even the villains that you captured were afraid of you. The only one that had faith in you was Aizawa ever since you could remember. He protected you. With a tired sigh, Aizawa wrapped his arms around your waist. And then he said, "Remember our first mission together?" "Yes, I remember. That was the first time I saved you. And also that day you perfected your quirk." Beginning a flashback. On a rainy day, the assignment was to capture a few mob bosses in a resort hotel. Before the both of you parted ways to your hiding places, you gave Aizawa your wristband that controlled your katana. That was a handicap so that in case anything happened, he could use the katana himself. Kneeling on one of the pillars in the dark part of the ceiling, you could see Aizawa behind one of the cargo freezers, quietly taking a breath and dropping a sleeping bomb down onto the table. Putting on your mask after you seen Aizawa put on his own before he disappeared into the smoke. When the smoke had lifted, 4 bosses had been knocked out except one. And then in like a flash, Aizawa was across the room knocked out. Jumping down from your hiding place beside Aizawa, he was knocked out cold. Then black tears stained your face. Are you just going to cry and let me kill you? As this person walked over to you, that moment you untied the katana from your back. Holding it in your hand and throwing it at the person's heart, you ran towards them quickly. With them holding the sheath in their hand, you pulled the katana from its sealed sheath and with a quick spin you pierced their heart. Taking the sheath back in your hand, you pulled the blade from their chest, putting the blade back in the sheath where it belonged. When Aizawa woke up, you were being fussed at by 4 other heroes, and even though he was in the hospital, he defended you. We still got the assignment done. Either way, you were supposed to bring them back alive. One decided to be hostile. When the both of you were alone, Aizawa had thanked you for saving him. You said he could ask you for any favor. All Aizawa asked for was that you would be his partner for life. And a flashback. Ever since that day, the both of you never left each other's side. Even though the next part of your life that happened was not something you expected.